This nether portal sucks. Not because of how it looks, but because it takes me to absolute hell. Ghast shoot their flaming balls, piglins constantly assault me, and the surrounding landscape looks terrible. So to fix that, I'm going to build the PERFECT Nether Hub, a completely safe base with portals, nether highways, and some long-awaited transformations. And this project is going to be split into 2 sections, below the nether roof and above the nether roof. So the first thing we need to do is break a hole through this bedrock. And to do that, we need a Bedrock Breaker. What I have to do now is extend this roof of pistons, because you basically need 1 piston per bedrock broken. So yeah, I need a lot of pistons. Whose idea was it to make the hole this big? That was a terrible idea. A person needs to be banned. Oh, wait, no, I was just kidding, please. Let me back into my world. So let's just try it out. We'll break the redstone block, and now this should start breaking the bedrock. Oh yeah, there it is. Mate, bedrock breaking has never been easier. And we can just pick up these pistons as well, which is good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did this guy come from? So yeah, now we can just sit back and let this thing destroy the bedrock. But you're probably wondering how this machine breaks the rest of the layers. Well, it doesn't. Yeah, basically, I have to rebuild this machine 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And that's without any technical difficulties.
This is bad!
Alright, it is almost done. Look at this big, majestic hole.
Huh?
Okay, it's time for me to get off my ass and actually do something though. Somebody cue the rock music. Oh, look how nice this hole is though. Even if I didn't do anything else, this is such a good upgrade. Okay, I'm getting tired of mining. Where are the bombs? Kaboom!
Oh no!
Okay, maybe bombing wasn't the right solution. I've pissed off an entire nation. Why are they still angry at me? What's wrong with these guys? Okay, whatever, let's build the bottom part of this nether hub. Bro, these guys are coming from absolutely everywhere. What the hell? And my plan for this is to build a giant volcano that extends all the way up to the nether roof and contains our portals and other natural volcanic features. So first we'll build the outline of it. This feels a bit too small. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger because this extra 5 blocks will definitely help. Ow, may as well fill in the bottom bit while I'm here, right? Oh god. And to build this volcano, I was going to need a plan. And a sponsor, because this episode would not be possible without this basalt farm. I got you guys there, didn't I? You thought I was actually a sponsored YouTuber. Nope. So I started by outlining a basic structure with 8 basalt pillars, which I figured I could just fill in the gaps and then have an awesome looking volcano. Dude, this looks garbage. Yeah, I was gonna need a better plan. So I started designing more notable features of the volcano, building the top for more structure, and then adding some lava channels using blackstone. So yeah, these should help to make more unique looking cliff sides. And if I place lava here, ideally it should flow all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, ideally I'd be tall and handsome, but you can't have everything in life, can you? Oh my god, I don't know how this lava has gone that far. Ow. But yeah, we can actually start filling in the volcano now. Hey, about 20 hours ago I was thinking of using Axiom to build this. That would have been smart. That would have saved me 15 hours of my life. Well, 1 more wall to build at least. Now it's time to dive headfirst into a volcano. It's a good thing it's not active, because yeah, we had to fix up the inside of this place. So for the interior of this volcano, I decided to use a collection of stone blocks to build some natural looking structures. And while this first stone pillar would be simple enough to build, the walls would not be as easy. Oi, okay, maybe doing this from top down is not the best idea. This doesn't seem much better though, to be honest. Don't mind me, just chilling. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna need some fire res for this. I cannot wait to spawn proof this place. Oh my god. Go away. So I'll outline all the bottom bits first, and then we can just work on building this whole thing up. Guys, I found a fate worse than death. Fixing all these sideways basalts. Dude, they're everywhere. Oh god. Let's spawn proof everything so we don't get ghast spawning all over the place. Yep, like this guy. Get out of here, man. Piss off, mate. It feels like a trade-off. You get a more boring grounds, but you don't have gas blowing you up every second. I don't know which one is better. Next, let's get some color in here, because this gray is hurting my eyes. So on these elevated bits, we're going to add our warped and crimson blocks in. And I also want to add a bunch of these outside too. And all these are going to make way for some new custom nether trees. And since these are funguses, we're going to make these trees look more like mushrooms. This one's kind of small though. There's not much space here to build a tree. Let me just grow a bigger one over here. Yep, that is nice, man. Look at that. It does kind of need a shroom light though. And we got mushroom for these trees outside the volcano too. See, look, mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. We got too much room, mate. Oh wait, but you guys wanted to see some blue mushrooms too, right? Well, here you go, blue mushroom. Annoying piglin. Blue mushroom. Blue mushroom. Blue mushroom. Cool, now this place looks like a flaming hot Cheeto.
Huh?
I mean, volcano. And after adding some shroomlights as a substitute for lava and removing this big basalt chungus has been defeated. The volcano was complete. And hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure you're subscribed. It's free and it means a lot. Now it's time to give this nether hub its nether hubness.
What?
Because by definition, a nether hub is a central base and transportation nexus that allows you to travel large distances in the overworld by using nether portals. But so far this place only has one portal. So if I build a portal right here, this should connect up to a portal that I've made in my acacia transformation. Oh, okay, not really. Oh my, I deleted the grass as well. That's that. Oof. Holy stutter, man. That's the worst part. That's what I was trying to say. So this should take me to the nether hub. Yep, there we go. So now we can decorate this area to show that this is the acacia portal. And hey, the nether also gives the grass and leaves that pissed acacia look. That's perfect, dude. So those are some nice acacia decorations, I think. The next nether portal takes me to my block museum. So we'll decorate with some quartz and some rare blocks. And unfortunately, those are all the locations I can reach from inside this volcano. Yep, this is a bit of a problem because how am I going to connect this nether hub to places like my cherry grove, my pale gardens, my flower forest? Well, that is where the nether roof comes in, because using the nether roof, we can easily travel to any location using ice-spread highways or just good old-fashioned flying. So it's time to begin stage 2 of this nether hub transformation. So first we've got to build up this hole. And I want to make this look like it was caused by a previous eruption of this volcano. So let's grab some magma blocks. And if we add these into the walls of this chasm, we can make these cool lava streaks. Why does that kind of look like two middle fingers being pointed up? I don't know how that happened. Yeah, something more like that. And these will be across this entire circle. Dude, this actually looks way better from a distance. I can't lie. Like, damn. Now we just got to cover up all this stuff, which we'll do with a platform that is being used to contain all these streaking lavas. We're using the colors of the nether portal, but reversed. It's Peathernortal. So no mobs should be able to spawn on this, although they're definitely going to spawn down here. Yeah, look at this guy, mate, thinking he belongs here. So that's that first platform done. Now let's build the next one, which is going to be much bigger. So now that we're done with the outlines, let's get into the plan. Because this part of the hub I want to turn into a giant mossy garden, filled with ponds and trees, and enclosed with huge walls with exits that lead to our nether highways. So first we'll start by building up the structure. This outer bit I want to be elevated by about 10 blocks or so. Then next we're going to build some stone cliffs that go up to support the huge garden we're going to build. Oh my, this gas, bro. You can actually make like really unique shapes with stairs and slabs. Some of them are a bit goofy, but it does work pretty well. Here we've built all the cliffs. Now we've got to detail them with stuff like tuff, cobble, andesite, ores, glowberries, and some hanging moss, which I only have one of, so let's go grab some more. Hello, I would like you to stop attacking me, please. You piece of wood, mate. with the cliffs complete, we can now start building a mossy terrain. Seriously, Ghast, destroying my precious moss. Where'd that knobhead go? There he is. Get him. Operation Spawn Proof the Ting has begun. I'm sure it'll be easy to tell what I'm doing in this montage. And to spawn proof these parts, we're going to use a combination of carpets and buttons. Wait, you can line buttons up with the plank texture? Oh my god, that is revolutionary. You can't even tell there's a button there if you're looking from above. Yeah, there should be no possible way for a mob to spawn up here. Oh. Well, that's awkward. It's probably because of all this wood I've placed in. Because yeah, next on the build list is the giant wall to enclose this entire garden. And I've spent hours mining every single type of wood. Because what could go wrong with building this whole thing out of wood, right? Alright, so first we'll build up a couple of wood pillars. I just found a fun way to strip all these logs. It's kind of like a mini game. Did I miss any? Oh my god, I missed one. Or I could just strip the logs as I'm going up, like a normal person would. And this wall is going to be 25 blocks tall, so a very grandeur. Look at this. In between these wood beams, we're going to have shroom lights and copper grates. Give me the shrooms, tree farm. Okay. So we're gonna have 8 exits, basically one nether highway for each direction. And first we'll decorate them with these little arches and weird quartz patterns. And in the middle, I discovered a really cool tinted window texture you can make, which you need a ton of tinted glass for. So I need a bunch more amethyst. Do I have some? Oh, we do. I didn't even know I had that myself. Oh yeah, that's ASMR to my ears. So what you need to do is put your light source at the bottom, then the color you want on top of that, and build up the walls with that same color. Cover the roof up as well, and then in the middle you place the tinted glass in. Don't mind me just breaking my legs over and over again. And that should create a cool blue gradient. Piglin, why do you have to do this, man? So in the spirit of the nether, we'll do blue on these ones and red on these ones. Dude, these are cool. They look like giant banners, but glowing as well. But now it's time to begin the daunting task of doing the walls. These things are massive, man, which is exactly why I've chosen a very simple design. Just some stripped jungle wood and some oak planks. And hey, if you guys have any suggestions for things to add to these walls, then let me know in the comments. Or in my brand new Discord. But now back to building these gargantuan walls. Multiple gargantuan walls detected in the area. Oh. Someone remind me why I decided to use jungle wood? We've only finished 1/4 and I'm already out of wood. Honestly though, the timing is pretty good. You guys are about to witness something very special. Because as this sun rises, we'll have officially hit 5,000 days. Hey, there it is. 5,000. So Eugenerino, what are you going to spend your 5,000th day doing? Yep, this is fun. The one thing I hate about walls, though, is that they have 2 sides. And what's even worse is I can't really use what I've already built, because then this part doesn't make sense. So I'm going to have to build this entire thing again. What the hell is going on there? Okay, well, it took most of Stranger Things Season 5, but the walls are finally done. For the roof, I think I want to make it a curved roof. Hello, pig man. I wonder if there's pig woman. I don't even know why I'm wondering that. So that's kind of perfect, actually. Now this one has to come up again. Okay, that doesn't look very grandeur. Maybe I'll do a switcheroo and put the big ones above the corners. Okay, yeah, that is way better. And of course, whatever we do to the inside has to be mirrored to the outside too. Spawn proof the ting. Yes, Paul, that means you've got to go to... Wait, if that's Paul, that means he ended up in hell. Don't know what he did to deserve it, but Unlucky, mate. And for the finishing touch, we're going to add some letter directions on these roofs. So N for never, E for eat, S for soggy, and W for wheat bix. At least that's what I used to use to remember northeast, southwest. It's definitely an Australian thing. So yeah, this nether hub has basically been fully built up. So the final step is some decoration. First, we're going to add some ponds into this area. So boom. Oh yeah. That doesn't work here. Luckily, there is another way we can make ponds in this place. I've done this trick a lot of times, actually. In the end, in the deep dark dimension. Yeah, this is basically the best pond we're gonna get. Oh, you know what actually really helped me to build these last time? Jump boost 2. I'm gonna need some beacons. 2 withers at once, mate. Let's see what happens. This is probably an awful idea. Okay, he's not getting damaged by this thing. Hello? Okay, wait, this is bad. This is actually bad. Dude, my bow is not doing anything to these guys. Like, hello? Okay, this was probably a bad idea. 2 withers at once. My bow is not working. I need some notch apples, dude. I actually need notch apples. Okay, now I can fight this guy head on. Okay, oh. Wait, okay. Two withers is actually an awful idea. They can just blow up the nether star. Dude, what is wrong with the bow? Okay, I'm not fighting 2 withers at the same time again. That was actually kind of scary. Or actually, I could just build up these walls while I'm placing the glass in. That would also work. I just risked my life for absolutely nothing. Anyways, for the main attraction, we're going to be building more nether trees. Because I already know you guys would have flipped at me if I said that this was the nether forest transformation. So don't worry, because I've got even more nether trees for you guys. So I think we'll split the trees up into 2 sections. One side for blue and one side for red. Because it'll probably look weird if we mix the 2 trees together. So it's time to complete the long-awaited nether forests. It only took 8 months, but I hear you guys, alright? I hear ya. Need some cactus to be able to make some cyan dye. This stuff is a prick in the ass to get. Get it? Because I'm getting pricked in the ass right now. Enough fooling around, mate. Let's get some cactus. Okay, I was going for 2 seconds and mobs have already started to spawn. Die. Okay, all these trees should be spawn proof too now. So, now let's build the red trees. Does anybody else find snipping these vines super satisfying? No, just me? Okay, unfortunately I can't really put many plants in this area. The only thing we can really add is like leaves, azaleas, and bamboo. And we can also just add like flower pots with maybe some saplings or flowers in them. That's pretty much it. It's kind of annoying now actually. I had to break all the moss carpets I placed. But all these small details should hopefully bring this whole place together. Also, since when could you put these in flower pots? I had no idea you could do that. Flower pots and buttons, low-key carrying this garden. You know what it really needs though? It needs a giant tree. So let's get on out to the middle. Look, oh, okay. Let's start building a small nether island. The idea being that it got shot up by a volcano eruption. You know, if I had $1 for every time I made a floating island with a tree on it, I'd have $2. Yeah, I'm basically rich. And the ground will segment by the 2 colors as well. This place now looks like some sort of arena. It's 3v1. Fight! Ding ding ding, I win. So this tree is going to be slightly different from the other ones, and the leaves are going to be purple because blue and red makes purple. And I'm actually basing this build off a Lego build. It is still in the box, which means I can't see the back of the tree. Oh my god. Disaster. No, my crafting table. Oh, what a catch. You know, usually I do this part in creative first, but for some reason this time I decided to just build it in survival first. And it looks pretty good. As for the leaves though, yeah, I just went and designed that in creative. Doing leaves in survival is pure pain. This tree isn't as big as my usual trees, but it still works as the centerpiece of attention. So I can finally rest. We've finished the nether hub. Oh wait, this thing is just floating in the air. I've got to fix this now too. So what I need to build here is another moss mountain that the nether hub has sat its big blunder on. And to help ease my pain, I decided to dip my toes into Axiom, which is a very powerful building mod. So I started by using this capsule tool to create this rocky mound, and also to squish some magma cubes. Then, experimenting with the painting tools, I was able to turn majority of the landscape into moss, and add details into the cliffs with some random block patterns, before finally smoothing everything out to give it a more natural look. Okay, it's not perfect, but this should work as like a rocky terrain. So yeah, now I can just rebuild that whole structure in this world, and yeah, this makes this whole process a hell of a lot easier. Well, apart from the fact I had to spawn-proof everything, avoid ghast destroying everything, and also decorate it, but yeah, it was easier. But now it is Nether Hubbing time, you know, the whole purpose of making all this stuff. So let's decorate the floor a little bit. And in the roof, we'll match the color of the glowing banners we made. What the hell? Where did that guy come from? Oh, he probably spawned like here. Dude, that kind of scared me. I was not expecting a mob to fall from the heavens. So this portal is for my storage system, so we'll label it with a chest. If I build a portal on the north side, this should take me to my gunpowder farm. Nice. So we'll label this with gunpowder. And then south and east, I'm pretty sure these don't take me anywhere. Yep. Oh. Okay, I spawned in a geode. That actually would have been helpful when I needed these purple blocks for the tree. Ah yeah, man. So yeah, while this nether hub only has 2 direct locations, the other purpose for building this was to create iceboat highways to all my other points of interest. So to build iceboat highways, we need a boatload of ice. See what I did there? Because it's an ice boat highway. I'm pretty sure you need blue ice, and 1 blue ice is 9 packed ice, so we're gonna need to collect quite a lot. Hey, why are you angry, mate? Oh, it's because the little babies with him. Stranger danger and that. So I'm pretty sure to make an iceboat highway, you just need to put blue ice every 2 blocks. So maybe it's easier to build the sides first, and then we'll place all the ice in. Okay, this is looking pretty good. This turn is going to be problematic. Oh my god. Okay, we definitely need some walls. Go. Boom. Turn. And now we gotta go straight. Too much pace. Too much pace. Okay, well, the highway definitely works. Just my ice boating skills are questionable. This is like my 10th attempt at trying to get a clean run. And I've had glass panes all over here, so I can't actually fall off. Nice. Beautiful. Look how beautiful this tree is, and look how easily we can access it now with this portal and iceboat highway. So let's go ahead and build more iceboat highways, and you already know we gotta make them look nice too. I love how there's just a bunch of fires from all the ghast that have been abusing me this entire episode, but our nether hub is now done. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering why I built 2 nether hubs, basically it's because I didn't want to move this portal. And if you guys have any suggestions for things to add to this build, then be sure to let me know in the comments below, or in my brand new Discord, cheeky reminder. And if you want to play on this world for yourself, then be sure to check out the channel memberships. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the 5,000 Days movie and world tour. Peace.